If you guys are ready, what am I
Yep.
supposed to do here? It's been a while since I've done this. All right.
Yeah, like 2
Intro.
weeks.
Intro. Okay. Intro coming up in 3, 2. And new WWE champion, Paul Bourgon. Put your hands
The
together for Paul,
beautiful-
everybody.
One of you guys has a crow problem.
Our Father, for I have sinned.
On the lips? I can't even make my own stuff funny. How am I going to make your stuff funny? Like, ha!
Never have I ever had sex in a public location.
Been a very
Amen.
bad boy. Been a very bad
That'll be 3 Hail Marys and a Blowski.
It was intended to be a fart, but it turned out to be more than just a fart.
Music to my non-existent ears, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 20 of the Six Nutz Podcast. We are three comedians, 6 nuts, 20. We made it to 20. You know, most bands that go this long, they usually break up, after 15 episodes. We have not broken up yet, gentlemen. What do you say to that, man? That's exciting news.
Congrats.
Yeah, good job, guys. Remember when we
Yeah.
started off in a basement eating hot
Yeah.
sauce?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, where we almost threw up. Well, Paul, you did throw up that day. You literally threw up that day after
I
we
threw up
left.
that day. I almost threw up today. My nephew burped and blew it in my face, and just doesn't really take much, eh? But yeah, it's hot sauce, man. When you have heartburn all the time, and then you take a spoonful of hot sauce, he's like, here, buddy, take this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we hopefully none of us will throw up on this episode. We got a ton to get to. We're going to do Hold My Beer. We're going to talk about, Paul, you were in a competition last week. I got some good would you rather questions, and then we'll do final thoughts. But before we do all that, we always start with the same thing. What is it called?
Hold my beer.
Hold My Beer, a segment where we go around the virtual room and we share with the others what we're drinking, and it usually involves a little bit of mocking or some ridicule if you're not drinking a real beer, or if you're drinking tea like I did once. I'll never live that down. But I got a beer today, so I'm ready to go. Let's start. Who are we going to start? No. Let's start right there. I'm pointing you right in the head, Paul.
You sure are. Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, right there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's start with you, Paul.
Before I start, I got to ask a question. Whenever you put like the intro to either the intro to the show or to Hold My Beer or whatever, do you guys have to press tap for sound? Do you guys have to press a button that says tap for sound? Because I do every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with that, man.
Or...
You want me to play the intro again?
No, don't play it again. No.
Okay.
I purposely, purposely is what I always do, but I'm drinking Carlsberg today. I have a Coors in the fridge as well, but I thought I'd go for the Carlsberg just because. Again, getting beers, just having them in the fridge, just for this, like having beers that I can't drink, essentially, So
essentially what you're saying is this show is promoting alcoholism, which is, yes, that's
yeah.
what we're all about, man. That's what we're all about.
So cheers.
Beautiful.
New lips.
Do you like it?
It's great. It's great beer. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably shit, but like I said, I've told you guys before. I drink it just because it reminds me of my father. But
okay.
I like it because of that. You know what I mean? It's. I remember when I was a kid, I was coming home from Florida with my mom and brother and sister. We were driving home from Florida, and I don't know where we were. If we were like Virginia or North or South Carolina or something like that. But we stopped off at. I was probably 8 or 9. And we stopped off at Wendy's to get to get food. And I never forgot how good that burger was. I think it was just a classic single or whatever. But it stuck out in my mind as, oh man, this was good. And like to this day, I like Wendy's is a go-to because of that. You know what I'm saying? It's you like something for just one reason, you know, like it's like the movie Bruce Almighty. Like I just like that scene where he's controlling Steve Carell, you know, he's making Steve Carell like just talk gibberish. Like that made me laugh so hard that I think that movie's good, but the rest of the movie's just kind of boring. Anyway, on to you, Jordan.
Isn't that weird though? Before we get to Jordan, isn't that weird what you remember? Like I remember my phone number when I was a kid, like when I was like 6, living in Vanier. I still remember our home phone number, but I can't remember like the person I just met. It's like it's weird how your mind works, man. Really weird. All right, another useless fact. Let's move on to
episode 20. Hey, starting off with a bang.
Yeah, episode 20. Woo!
I'm gonna reach over and pick your nose, Jordan. I can't do it.
Nope. Yeah, it's a big nose too. I'm surprised you can't reach. But
well, can you turn your head? Turn your head. Okay, come closer. No, the other way. The other way.
Jordan, your mic is kind of muffled too, Jordan.
My mic's muffled too.
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you have beers purposely for this show, and so do I. I actually wasn't sure which beer I was going to drink today, so I brought 2 up, and okay, I'll let you guys decide which one I go with. Okay, so I got Indian Session Ale. It's disgusting.
It says shoots on it.
What's that?
It says shoots. What does that mean?
Yeah, Dave Shoots. It's from Montreal. It's an organic beer. It's disgusting. Yeah. Okay.
That shoots is French for what? Waterfalls or?
I don't know, man. I speak English. And then I have Mad Jack Hard Apple Malt Beer. Ooh. So you guys can pick.
I think Mad Jack.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, I was going to say the shoots, but you break the tie, man. You break the tie.
I can do both. I can do both.
That's the the real answer.
One for chugging, one for sipping.
One for sipping, one for chugging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do the double.
Oh, like Stone Cold Steve Austin over here.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. I haven't had
is Hold My Beer now turning into Hold My Beers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to change the intro now. Thanks a lot. Well, I'll give Raul something to do. That's the one he doesn't like.
Nope.
Oh, nope. Look at that.
Nope. This is going to be the chugging beer real fast.
Oh, my God. Chug it, man. Chug it. Right on the air. He's going to do it. He's doing it. Oh, my God. He's going to vomit. He's going to vomit. He's doing it.
Oh, fuck.
Look at that, man.
What a boy, Jordan. What a boy.
What a sacrifice for the show. I love it, man. I love it. That is a professional.
I can chug a beer. I can chug a beer really, really fast.
Yeah.
I'll do it sometime. In between episode 20 and episode 30, I'll pour it into a pint and I'll chug a beer and we could have a chug off. That's what we 3 of us should do that. Right?
It'd be cool if we had like a wheel, like a spinning wheel, and if it lands on chug, you got to chug the beer.
Let's do that. But
I think how cool.
You remember before how you said hopefully none of us puke on this episode?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I love it.
Just give me a warning, and I'll put you on like put you on the Zoom.
Put them on the big screen.
Just be you.
Pineapple.
Right. Oh man, gross. And he's drinking the other one as a chaser.
Yeah.
Dave, what are you drinking?
Okay, I'm drinking, and I know up front I'm gonna hate this because I hate sour beers, but I'm drinking a sour ale from Ashton Brewery. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I just bought a whole bunch of random beers.
I used to work with the owners of Ashton. I worked for a long time. I used to work with him. He's a great guy. His name's MJ.
MJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brother Quinn. I think they have. I don't know if they have any other owners, but he's got a few. They own a couple bars on Bank Street as well.
I think I worked with Quinn's wife.
Okay.
In the government a number of years ago.
Yeah, they're both really good guys. Yeah.
Anyway, I know up front I'm gonna hate this, but I'm gonna do it for the show as well. I'm gonna chug as much as I can. I hate sour beer. It's awful.
Attaboy. Sour beer. Excuse me. But geez, why?
Oh my God, that tastes like shit.
Yes.
That is terrible, man.
Well, we're having fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I give it like -2.
Get the bucket.
Oh, you're damn right, man. That's terrible beer. I mean, Ashton Brewery, no offense to you, man. I love your beer, but the sour stuff is terrible.
All the offense to the Shoots Indian Session Ale. It's fucking disgusting. I hate it. I hope that I never have to see that or taste that shit again. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that was Hold My Beer. We're off to a good start. Two of us hate our beers. Before we get to Paul, I want to ask you about your competition. But before we do that, for episode 20, I went and looked up some stats. And we are over 20,000 views lifetime for this channel, which for some channels, it's like I get 50,000 views on one video. So like 21,000 views is for a lot of people not a big deal, but I think it's a big milestone for us, man.
So
21,000 views.
I think I asked this before, but like if somebody clicks on it on like a video, just watches 2 minutes, is that considered a view, or do they have to watch the whole thing? I don't know either. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know what constitutes a view, but our long videos are doing better than I thought they would. Our shorts are doing, some do really well, like get like 500 views, and some get like 3. So I don't know how that works. But I looked up the top 10 countries for June. And I want you guys to guess. See if you can
Stop.
What's that?
No, my cat, every single time
Thought you were telling me to stop.
we're doing podcasts, my cat sits right between, she's right there, and she hits the table that my thing is on. So if you see this,
Yeah, I do.
yeah, it's the cat, man.
Oh, frig. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know. I thought you were hitting it with your knees or something.
No.
All right. So top 10 countries for viewership for the month of June. Let's see how many of these you guys can get. If you just guess, just name the countries.
Well, Canada has to be one because I know we got a binge watcher here.
Yeah, Canada's number 2.
2, okay.
Yeah.
Is Australia still on the list?
Australia's number 3.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Thanks, Ben.
Yes.
Germany,
yes, number 6.
okay.
Bangladesh.
No, they didn't make the top 10.
They dropped?
Yeah, they're out of the top 10. Number 10 is going to be a shocker. It's going to shock the hell out of you.
Cambodia.
Nope.
Antarctica.
No. You still haven't got the number 1.
The US.
US, yes, number 1.
India.
India, number 8.
Denmark.
Denmark, nope. There's
Belarus?
one that starts with a U and ends with a K.
Ukraine. No. Starts with a U and ends with a K.
Yes.
Uzbek. No.
You wanted to say Uzbekistan.
It's the UK. The UK.
Oh, okay. Good
UK is
one.
number 4. So we're missing number 5, number 7, and number 9 and 10.
Brazil.
Brazil, no.
Portugal.
No.
Mexico.
Think of nope. Mexico, no, they hate us. Think of where you can get like mail order brides.
China.
No, the other country.
Japan.
The third country. Philippines.
That would have got there eventually.
Philippines is 7. So we need 5, 9, and 10.
Ukraine.
No.
Russia.
Russia, number 5, coming in hot at number 5.
What about our Italian brethrens?
No, Italy's
eh?
they've turned on us, man.
They didn't like Vinny?
They don't like that the intro, man, with the Godfather. They get insulted by that.
Like, fuck.
Grow up.
I get DMs all the time from angry Italians. Stop that Godfather impression. Number 9 is New Zealand. Number 10, I'll give you a hint. It starts with a U.
Uruguay.
No, and somebody kind of mentioned it earlier.
Uzbekistan.
Yes, they have cracked the top 10.
What the fuck?
Uzbekistan.
Who in Uzbekistan is watching this?
I don't even know where it is on the map. I couldn't identify where it is. I couldn't tell you. Anyway,
Well,
those are top 10. So
It's
Here's
near
to all of you.
Kazakhstan and Afghanistan, probably.
well, I think
we're
we
gonna
should.
blow up. We're gonna blow up in Afghanistan. Just wait.
Yeah, hey, watch what you say, man.
Tongue
Watch what
in
you
cheek.
say.
Uh,
But I think we should we do a tribute to Uzbekistan next week and have beer from there if we can find some.
Uzbeki beer. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, that's our top 10. And let's move on, man. I want to get to some business. Paul, you were in a competition, the Absolute Comedy. I don't know what they call it. Prove You're a Comic, I think they call it.
Yeah, that's it.
Competition, which is
Yes.
underway. You performed there last Wednesday?
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Your thoughts? How do you feel about it? Did you have a good set? Overall a good experience?
I thought I had a great set. It was a good crowd. They were laughing like hard, so they were really into it. And all the comics that were on fire.
It was a good lineup, man.
Insanity. It was insanity. I was like, I thought to myself, like, I want to win, right? Or like I want to at least move on, right? But if I don't, I'll be okay with it. But you know how you sometimes just say that, just to show face and but really deep down, I was like okay with not making it, past anything or being eliminated, whatever. For multiple reasons. Like, one, the other comedians were awesome. Like they were really, really good. I was saying it after I was talking to the people who were judging it, like it would have been difficult to try to pick, who would be better than the next one, because everybody was so good. And there's 9 comedians, right? So it was actually really, it was fun to do. I was happy with my set. I was happy with the, reaction of the crowd kind of thing. And, all credit goes to the people who won. It's just, as I said, it would have been a hard night to be a judge. I wouldn't want to be on that panel, but I sat down with a couple of them after, and they gave me some pointers as to what maybe I was kind of doing, that would deter voters. Like if you're trying to get into a Just for Laughs or something like that, and there people were watching you. I didn't really think of it that way. You know what I mean? Like I have a tendency to kind of look around at people, and one of the judges was saying that try to end forward, like when you're saying your jokes, and try to obviously you can turn your head and talk to people, but like not to be moving around a lot, Yeah. So I didn't mind that. That was kind of something that you don't really hear a lot from people, after you do a set. Usually you'll hear, "Oh, that was a good set, real good set, man."
Yeah.
Like no one really has the nerve, for one thing, to go up and say, "Hey, I noticed this," Whereas you might appreciate it, it's a very, very hard thing to do to go up and give actual constructive criticism, but like that kind of old saying, like the compliment sandwich, or the praise correct praise.
Yep.
Something I learned when I was teaching martial arts, on how to like walk up to somebody, who may be timid, they may be shy, they may be whatever, and you don't know how they're going to take your advice or whatever, and it's instead of just walking up to someone and being, "That was wrong, you shouldn't have done that, do this," that could be just enough to be like, I'm shit, and never want to come back, or never want to do it again. It's not the case with me in a sense, but I still do recognize, like, this was really good, you did really well with this, try to do this next time, and like it anyway. I'm okay for that. The only thing I just sort of, not goes in one ear and out the other, I just sort of, okay, thank you very much, is when you comment on my material, like the things I'm saying, the jokes.
Yeah.
I realize that like a lot of the stuff that comes out of my mouth doesn't have a punchline. In fact, 90% of the things I say don't have a punchline, but it's the way I'm saying it. It's the inflection of my voice. It's the look on my face. It's that kind of stuff that makes it funny. That's sort of why if you were to read my jokes, you'd be like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like you'd be confused, right? But they work when they're coming out of my mouth, essentially. So, but all in all, man, it was fun to do. I was glad to be accepted into it. Got a chance to, perform in front of some people I haven't performed in front of, and it was great, man. I actually have nothing but positive things to say about it.
and
on to the next one.
who came out of that night? I think was Emmett Morrison part of that?
Emmett kicked ass.
Okay.
Like he kicked ass. Yeah.
So 3 people came out of that, right? Emmett,
Scott
Duncan.
Scott Yarwood did. His set was awesome. He's got a joke that I don't want to preface or say his joke, but one of his jokes he does is like, as soon as he started doing it, I was like, I kind of like sat back in my chair. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a howitzer, and it was awesome. I love it. And he had a really good set too. He was right on point. Lauren Lane.
Oh yeah, Lauren. Yeah, she came out of that.
Did really well too. She was like first or second too. So
Yeah, she was first overall.
No, but she was first overall. But I think she was first or second up.
Oh, okay, okay.
She did really well too. And the other two, I can't remember the guys' names off the top of my head right now. But
yeah,
forgive me for not remembering. But they both also had really good sets too. So
that's awesome.
You know what I mean? It's good. It's funny to be entered in one of these things and to see how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. Speaking of competitions, I was just over at my sister's house swimming in the pool with my niece and nephew and their friends. And one of the kids that was there, 17, 18 years old, recognized me from the cultures. The one.
No way.
He knew your name, Jordan. He's like, Jagus guy.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's like, I thought I recognized you. I was like,
that's cool, man. Very cool.
Was he tall?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. His name's Dylan.
Yeah, I know Dylan. He's dating Monica's cousin.
Yes. He was
Yeah, Leah. Yeah.
Real good guy.
What a small city.
Very small. Yeah.
No, that's kind of cool when you start getting recognized. That's pretty cool, man.
It's very cool.
Very cool.
But it was really good. Really cool to be entered into it and to be given the chance. And like I say to people who, I'm sorry I missed your show. Don't worry, there'll be more.
Yeah.
There's always going to be other ones. So who knows what tomorrow's going to bring? But I know what next week's going to bring. Right? We're going to Toronto. So
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? On to the next one.
Yes, sir. And it's probably easier to handle knowing that you did really well. Like if you had not been really happy with your set, then it would, your reaction might have been totally different. So at least you went and you did your best, and that's all you can do, man.
Yeah, I think it was really good. I got good reaction out of the crowd, and I think I was 7th up too. So I was like, selfishly, I was kind of like, oh, it's a good number to be, because by that time people will have like 2 beers, 3 beers in them. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So no, it was really good. Yeah, I was happy to do it. All positive things.
That's awesome. Well, you know what, Paul? You're always a winner here, man. So let's give you a round of applause, man. Round of applause.
Thank you very much. The most unappreciative clap from both of you I've ever seen in my life.
All right, sorry. I'll do a Justin Trudeau clap.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Jordan, do you want to? Paul brought up the Battle of Ontario coming up. Do you want to maybe talk about the Battle of Ontario coming up in Toronto?
I would love to. Okay, so it's going to be the Battle of the Champions. We have 2 championship teams going off against each other next Saturday, July 20th, at the Real Jerk Legacy on, I want to say it's 647 College Street. It's going to be an awesome show. There's a huge lineup. I can't wait for it. Tickets are already starting to sell really quickly. And you guys want to see the trophy with your engraving on it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's see it, man. All right, Wally's can you hum like the Jeopardy tune? Oh, there he's back already. Holy cow.
Already. Okay, so we got the championship team there. I'm trying to find a camera here. That's the first one from Toronto. That was the one
yep.
That Paul, you came on was 3rd, right?
3rd, yeah.
3rd, yeah. But the team Toronto won. And then this was from the one we did in April, and your name's on there.
There
with
we
everybody on
go,
the team.
baby.
So that's what you guys are going for again for hopefully a
My
second.
name's on that one.
Yeah. You all right? And I'm just trying to get.
I can't read it, but yeah, that's
There we
awesome.
go.
Yeah. So
Beautiful,
you'll get
man.
to see it Saturday, man. I might bring it to the Mill Tavern maybe if you come next week, because everybody after you left last night, it got packed, man.
Yeah.
It got packed, and
I had donuts on the mind, which I stopped off and got. Dave, I didn't know that, but like I was, I ate like a shit bag yesterday. Like I was laying in bed watching movies on my phone. And I was just like, I want some donuts. So I went to a Tim Hortons. They didn't have any donuts. Went to another Tim Hortons. They didn't have any donuts. One of the guys was sitting there was like, if you really want donuts, go to this one out in Barhaven. And I'm like, sure. I'll go for a drive. And so on my way out there, it was like, 10 to 9. I'm like, oh, geez, Jordan's doing an open mic. Maybe I'll stop by. And stopped by a mill and did a quick set. And went and got 6 donuts.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Actually, so yeah, after you left, it got packed, and I had promised them the week prior. I said because one of the audience members came up and they sang for the first time in front of people, and I don't know, I was just trying to get the crowd involved. I'm like, you know what, next week I'll sing a song up here with one of the guitarists who's learning how to play. I'm like, I'll sing Wagon Wheel, okay, with Aiden.
Wow.
That's what he's doing. And sure enough, they remembered. They remembered and held me to it.
Oh my
so
God.
I kind of used it in my favor to kind of keep the people who kind of get rowdy or whatever to calm down. If you want to hear me sing tonight and do this, you're gonna stay calm because we had some comics show up late. I'm like, show them their attention. Otherwise, guess what? And they all, no wagon wheel. I'm like, yeah. So
did you record this? Did you record this?
I did not, but other people did. It's already, if you check my Instagram story, yeah, it's up there. And unfortunately, you can hear me very, very well because they turned my mic like all the way up.
I love it, man.
I had told the guy, I'm like, okay, you'll sing the verse and then I'll come in for the chorus, just because I forgot about it and I didn't practice or nothing. And at the end of it, someone said to me, I actually thought you were going to suck. You did so much better than I thought. And I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We will have to get video footage of that and play it here.
It's different, singing live than doing stand up. I played a show once and sang. I have a couple of videos of it. Played the guitar and sang a few songs, and I found it was night and day different from doing stand up. Like not only having another person there with you, but having an instrument, and being it was just, there's something about getting up and moving the mic stands, that really has an impact on the audience, but also yourself. Like you're in the shit at that point, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
It's different. It's different singing, for live crowd.
I had the mic stand up. I had my hat forward. I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, don't fucking look at me. Don't pay attention. It was, I am not a comfortable singer in front of a live crowd. I used to sing at church and do that, but you're with a bunch of other people, right? So nobody's listening to you. No one's really paying attention. No one gives a crap, right? These people were very invested in listening to me sing, and I guess some of them were hoping I was going to suck, and some were just, being very supportive. And the fact I was doing something that was out of my element. And so they want me to do it again next week.
I think about going up and singing sometime.
That's the spot to do it, Paul. That's the spot.
It can wait.
Oh, wow.
Remember Gruber?
You got a good voice, man.
It can wait.
Listen to that voice, man. You got a great voice.
Yeah.
Can you give us a couple of bars?
No. Not a cappella. Yeah.
You sure?
I just gave you a couple bars.
We got it. We can record
it again.
No.
Damn. All right. All right. I got a couple of would you rather questions, comedy related. I want to bounce off you guys. Are you guys up for it?
Yeah, I mean, episode 20. Let's fucking go. Standard.
All right. So I got a couple of scenarios, and you tell me which one you would prefer. The first one, let's start. Who do we start with for the beer? It was Paul.
Yep.
All right, Jordan. We'll start with you. Would you rather perform on national TV and absolutely kill, but you never get to perform again, or perform on national TV and bomb and get paid $1 million?
I'll take a bombing for $1 million. I get to perform again, so I couldn't do this and not perform again. So
So you would prefer going on national TV, bombing, getting
and
paid
making $1
$1
million.
million.
Yeah, I as long as I get to do it again, I don't care.
Wow. So okay, well, your reputation would probably be shot.
I mean,
You'd almost have to start over again, right?
Well, you know, Kramer's like Michael Richards has started to do a tour back.
Yeah.
Up, so I mean, can't be any worse than
Is
that.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's tons of people who bombed on live TV or whatever. They get up there. It depends on how you're bombing, right? If I offend a whole community of people and say some hate words, that might be a lot harder for me to dig myself out of that hole. But I legitimately couldn't perform once, knowing it was the only time that I would be doing comedy again. It took a lot for me to get back into this and to get back into it. And I mean, you guys know we deal with a lot of kind of crap behind the scenes with some of people's attitude in this community, and it doesn't stop us. So
Yeah,
I don't
So
think
what if you were booed off the stage? Like, let's say it's just for laughs. You get booed off the stage. There's like 2 million people watching on TV. You get $1 million.
I don't see the 2 million people if they're watching it from home. And as for getting booed in front of a live crowd, I already had that happen. Thank you, London, Ontario. So who cares if it happens again?
that's the mentality.
What about you, Paul? Would you bomb and get $1 million? Or would you go on and like absolutely kill, but that would be your last performance?
Oh, I'd let an elephant fucking rape my ass for $1 million on live TV. But yeah, absolutely, I'd bomb.
Wow.
Yeah, $1 million. Jeez,
Yeah.
There's not too much I wouldn't do for $1 million. But yeah, like I mean, Jordan said it perfectly. I wouldn't let, like I've already bombed so much that like it's changed my life.
Yeah,
like for real.
Yep.
You know, and in a good way, right? Just, I mean, you have to kind of look at it like that, but you know, whether you bomb in front of a crowd at at a comedy club, or you bomb in front of a crowd where it's being televised. Yeah, I think the only thing that would be the worst part about it would be the aftermath, like the memes or the the that kind of stuff. But yeah, that would actually be tough to deal with, right? But
100% ridicule.
I would use sort of like a quote that Patrick Waugh said way back in the 90s. I can't hear
my 5-0. Was that the quote?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't hear anything you're saying with all the cash in my ears, and that doesn't need a lot of cash to fill it. So,
you know what? I think I would go the other way. I think I would, because I'm let's be honest, I'm older than you guys. And if and when I ever get to the point where I'm on national TV, I'm going to be like 80 years old. So for me, it would be like, you know what? Let's go out on a high. Let's go kill on national TV. That's my swan song. Let's go out on a high note. I'll have that amazing performance, killed on national TV, and let's go out in the sunset, man. Right into the sunset on my horse, and off I go. So I might go the other way, man.
That's fair. I mean, we all have different reasons of kind of doing this anyways, right? Like,
I might commit suicide. Like if I bombed on national TV, I might end it. I might get off the stage, walk to my car, and drive off a friggin' bridge. I really would.
Is that how you do it? Is that how you'd kill yourself? Is you drive off a bridge?
Well, I'm in a car, so I don't know.
But I mean, just choose how you do it. Like
If I had to choose,
they say that men statistically are more prone to like blowing their head off, like in their house, where their wives will find in a closet, so that they're found after, right? Whereas a lot of women would do it where there's no cleanup. Like they'd get into a bath and cut their wrists.
No, I might do it by pills, by medication, because I don't want to blow my head off or, stick a gun in my mouth and shoot myself. I don't think I could go through with that.
Yeah.
I would just take a whole bunch. I'd overdose on pills or something and just go peacefully and vomit in my mouth.
It's got dark really fast.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's move on to the next one. I didn't intend to be this dark. Okay. This one's kind of weird, but would you prefer, I'll start with Paul this time, prefer performing, because the first row is always empty. Would you rather perform in a packed club, but the front row is completely empty, or an empty club, but the front row is full of people, but they're on their phones the whole set? They're not even paying attention. Which would you prefer?
Obviously not that one. It drives me crazy if one person's on their phone. There's been a couple times I performed at the open mics, and some of the when there's just comedians there, and no patrons, and the comedians that are there are have their books open and they're writing jokes or stuff like that. It's like, what?
Yep.
Do you realize how optically how that looks? From the point of view of the comedian, the guy on stage. Oh my God. Not to mention, you're not laughing for one, but you're like, what do you? You're there just for yourself, and 100%. I get it. It's one of the things about doing this, going to open mics. I did Meow last Thursday, and I'm telling you right now, legitimate. Okay, I didn't even get a.
That was me at Swizzles about a month ago. It was cricket the whole show.
Not even I didn't get anything. It was you could hear an ant piss on cotton. It was so quiet. And you've done it so many times now, and you expect that it's it's beginning to get funny. It's starting to I think I find it funny, amusing, for myself. But anyway, there's a couple of jokes that I did. They're stupid. I did that joke what I did last night about the ants and the Ferraris, Jordan.
Yeah.
I thought that I thought about that. I was like, that's hilarious. I gotta write this down. It's I keep doing that. I keep saying Dad, I gotta write this down. And I need one of those prompts when you're going to search a website or do something and this window comes up. It's are you sure?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. I need one of those. Anyway, are you sure you want to write this down? Are you sure you want to say it? Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I would have the packed club with an empty front row, because then I would convince them to move up. I mean, you could always do that, right? Move up, fill the front row.
Yeah.
Jordan, what about you, man? Empty front row?
I'd rather have the empty front row, pack room. Yeah. I don't need the crowd to move up, and maybe I can just then focus on my set work versus doing the crowd work that I like to do every once in a while. Which I like doing set work too. For me, the crowd, I want them involved in it to pay attention, because we're in an era where people are always on fucking their phones, and I find the only way to deter them and get off that shit, or just not worry about a text right away, is if you're engaging with them. Because if they pick up their phone and you right away are responding to them, they get nervous. So it's just pay attention, enjoy yourself, laugh. I can talk to people in the second row. I don't need that front row build up at all.
Yeah, no, good answer. This didn't take a dark turn, so that's good. My last one. Would you rather? Paul, we'll start with you. No, Jordan, start. Sorry, we started with Paul. All right, Jordan, this is for you. Would you rather perform with a white shirt and a big blood stain, or a black shirt and a big, I was going to say semen, but let's say mayonnaise stain?
Absolutely. It would work I'd rather have black shirt with a white stain, because it would work with my material all day.
That's true.
Blood stain, got a lot of questions that I have to answer. Probably get, in the back of a cop car at the end of the night. But white stain is funny.
Yeah, white stain on a black shirt. Or I'll throw this one in too for either one of you. Or would you rather perform nude, like take a Viagra, go on stage nude, perform, and get $1 million?
That one.
Would you do that?
No problem. I have no problem showing my schmeckle in front of anybody who wants to see it, especially if I get to tell jokes and I get $1 million.
Because you'd be erect. You'd be erect for sure.
Yeah, good for me. Yeah. Look out.
Yeah.
Full 3 inches are gonna poke you in the eye. Let's just focus on the joke.
3 inches. So I've thrown that. So Paul, you would you do the nude Viagra? Would you do the mayonnaise stain on black or big blood stain on white shirt, or perform lying down?
Oh, I'd love to.
You've actually done.
Lie down comedy is the best. I still think about it to this day. Really do that even before I go up on stage. And I think about, should I do lie down? Should I do lie down comedy? Oh God, yeah. I like to get from people like, man, was the owner there that night when you did it? Oh, I can't believe you did it. Like, why is that so? Like,
Well, you know how they are. You know how they are. Okay, I heard from the grapevine or whatever. You like your show that night. You were told to take your ball cap off.
Okay.
What?
Was that true? Yeah, they told Paul to take
Who
his
the hell
hat
would
off.
tell you to do that?
I'm not gonna name drop.
When was
Give me a
this?
break.
The Tuesday show?
Yeah, I think so for the comp night, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So I did have a hat on, but I wasn't gonna wear it. I just had it on for when I
Okay.
went there.
Because
But,
me,
I wouldn't wear a hat. I wouldn't wear a hat up on stage, like unless it was like I wore it backwards, like you guys have right now, so you can see the face. But yeah, like what afterwards, one of the judges was saying you shouldn't wear your hat on stage. I'm like, I didn't wear my hat on stage. He's like, I thought you were wearing it. I'm like, were you watching my set? Like I either had it on or not. Like, no, I didn't have it on stage. But yeah.
Okay, because I heard they told you to take it off beforehand and not to wear it on stage. And me, I would be like, fuck you, I'm wearing my hat. That's like, I used to not wear my hat, and now people don't recognize me without a hat on.
Yeah. No,
and I don't wear it.
Jason, when he walked up to me, I was just like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's like, he confused me for someone else because I did have my hat on. And I was like,
okay.
He's like, "Oh, it's just because you have your hat on." But that's the only time anybody ever said anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would be like, "Fuck you, I'm doing what I want." Like, I don't give a shit.
Absolutely, man. What about sitting on stage? What are your thoughts on sitting? Like, if you sit on the stool, sit on the stool and do your set.
That's fine.
Yeah,
why not? Do it.
Look at Jim Jeffries, how he moves around all the stage, sits down, sits at the front of the stage.
Yeah.
Like if it's a part of your act, it's part of your act, man. You know what I mean? Like you can do it, you can do it. It's amazing the amount of people to share their opinions on your style of comedy.
Thank you.
How your stage presence is a different thing, but your material and what you're saying or how you're saying it or physically how you're saying it, like, I mean, as if you're sitting down or you're fucking lying down or whatever. Like, where do you get off telling me or someone else how to do their, like, you shouldn't do this, you should do this. Let them, the moment you walk up on that thing,
arrogant.
It's all about you. It's not you. You're not trying to blend in with the masses, You're trying to stick out, really.
The only thing I ever tell people is move the fucking mic stand. So if you take that mic out and you move the mic stand, because people are distracted by the mic stand, move it. That's the only thing I'll give the advice on.
That is true, because it is distracting, and for performers, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got your arm on, you're leaning on it or whatever.
Fine.
That's fine. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
But like, if it's standing in front of you and you've got the mic in your hand, oh my God,
move that shit.
Move it away.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've talked about unsolicited advice before. Like, unless it's coming from like, if you're world famous, you got Netflix specials, you want to give a new guy advice, okay. But if you're an open micer and you're giving somebody advice, like, holy cow.
Yes. Yeah.
That is the height of arrogance, man.
Yeah, exactly.
If I go, who are you? And you say, you don't know who I am. And you start giving me your accolades and I still didn't know who the fuck you were. And you're telling me that, buddy, you're still here with me.
Yeah,
I find
absolutely.
don't give your opinion on anything ever. Like,
yes,
don't. No one wants to hear what you believe and think. That's why there's so much bullshit going on right now. So this person thinks this way, this person thinks that way, and there's a few people that think that same way that this person. It's like, oh my god!
I know.
Shut up and tell a joke. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to hear what you think about, you know, the liberals or the conservatives or like who. Like, no one cares, man. Like, you're starting a fire, and that's all it is. You know?
Yep.
Shut up.
Like if somebody asks me advice, they never would in comedy because like, who the fuck am I to give advice? But on anything in life, if anybody asks me advice, I will turn it around and say, well, what would you do? Or what do you think? And let them tell me what they think. And they usually answer their own question.
Try to leave on a high note. That's the only advice I have for people. Always try to leave on a high note, you know?
For what, comedy?
No, like when you're doing drugs, get really high.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, comedy.
Thank you.
When you're at a party, when you're talking to someone on the phone or whatever, like, you know, try to always leave on a good note, you know?
Good Lord. Finally, somebody said it. Thank you, Paul. And let's end on a high note with that. Let's go to final thoughts. You guys like that? It's a new dance I learned in Turks, man. It's called the lasso. Woo! Lasso.
I do that with my underwear.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts. Let's go. Who wants to go first? Do we have a volunteer? Okay, Paul. Thank you.
My final thoughts are episode 20.
Hang on. Yes, sir. The double. Woo! Let's go. All right. Paul's pissed off.
I'm not pissed off at all. No, episode 20. We're getting there. We're having fun. This is really good. I was looking forward to today, and we never talked about what I would do if I killed myself. But I guess we'll leave that for 21.
Okay, hang on. Okay, feel free to share that now.
I feel like I jump off a bridge.
Solo layout.
I feel like I jump off like the. They say that people try to jump off the Golden Gate all the time. Like every year, there's like 100 people that jump off, and there's like 2 or 3 people every year that survive. And like that would be so crushing for your, you know, for your self-esteem. That you can't even kill yourself, right? But yeah, that's it. I would never kill myself. So we can leave it on that. Yeah, I like to live myself. I'll live myself. That's what I'll do. But no, we're having fun. Episode 20. We're having a good time.
Yes,
and we got Toronto coming up on Saturday, so that's going to be a pain in the arse of a drive. It's weird driving to Toronto. It's like a 4-hour drive to do a 7-minute set, then turn around and drive back.
We're gonna fucking party. Are you kidding?
It's the trophy, man. The trophy.
I'm ready to party.
Think of your name on that trophy as well. You could be the first guy to have your name on that trophy twice. Twice, baby.
I could.
Come on.
Who knows,
great, man.
Who knows? But yeah, so I'm very excited. You know, cheers.
Fantastic. Jordan, let's go to you. Final
thought. So I got all. No, I'm not gonna talk about shows because if you want to check the shows, check the Instagram. I don't really give a fuck right now. Episode 20, man. We did it, guys. I'm surprised we made it past episode 5, especially after how the first one went. But we're doing such a great job. But people are trying to impersonate us, impersonate our podcast, and I think that's one of the highest forms of flattery. You know, good for us. We've got a total of 52 subscribers and 21,000 views, and lots of people want to come on the show, which is actually pretty exciting, despite, you know, the low subscription count and not too bad view count. So I'm very happy to do this. Honestly, this is just fun to do it with you guys. I don't really give a shit about the subscriptions or the views.
Agreed.
It's just to kind of hang out and shoot the shit, but also play little segments and shit. That's fun, man. You need that's how these things work. It makes it entertaining.
And take him off.
Please.
Okay. Jordan, you want me to take you off?
Yeah, if you don't take me off, I'm gonna ask you to beat me up. So please just.
Hi-yo!
Yeah.
Paul, do you want me to beat you off?
All I have to press is exit chat, and I'll be off.
Well, my final thought, and I'll put myself on Zoom because I'm gonna get. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna get real honest here. The week that we didn't do a podcast, I was off.
You were off. You're on
I was
vacation.
off.
Yeah, me too.
I was off the whole week. I mean, I was out of sorts. When I don't do this podcast, I miss you guys.
Oh, come on.
You can't see it on my because I got sunglasses, but I'm tearing up, man. Like
He's lying.
who would have ever thought that we would ever get viewers from Uzbekistan?
Yeah.
Definitely not people in Uzbekistan, I'll tell you that.
So cheers to that. And you know what? Honestly, man, this is so much fun. I'd like to know, Jordan, who's imitating us, man? Who's
There's a
imitating
bunch
us?
of Ottawa people who are creating podcasts now, man. A bunch of
Who?
them.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Who's
good for
doing-
them. Yeah, actually, we'll do a plug. I don't give a fuck. Why not? I like her.
Who's doing podcast?
We got Carly St. Germain and Glenn
Carly.
Sloan have got a podcast now.
Carly had a
Well,
great
get
set
out.
the-
What's it
Carly
called?
had a great set the other night too, actually.
Carly?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
always thought that she sticks out.
Funny.
Yeah, she's
Shit,
very
she's
funny.
funny as shit. Everybody just fucking harps on her and
Who harps on her?
God, who harps on her? Everybody. It's fucking
Oh my
ridiculous.
God, the whole community
Yeah,
Probably harp on me more than they harp on her.
Well,
I could actually play
Yeah.
to someone.
I would. Wow, let me put you on solo.
No, just stop.
stop doing that.
But you know what? Between you, Paul, between you, Jordan, and Carly, you guys are like the trifecta of piling on. Like people just love to pile on you guys.
They love to shit on us. They
But you
love
know
to
what?
shit on us.
That means you guys are
They
fucking
hate
ultra
us 'cause
successful,
they hate
man.
us.
Yeah. No, but yeah, okay, we'll do a plug for Carly and Glenn Sloan. Actually, he's a viewer of ours too. If you guys didn't know, he's watched our episode many times.
Nice.
They have a podcast called You Are Not Funny. I saw the first episode. I did watch it, most of it. I think there's multiple episodes. I haven't really watched them all because I've been unfortunately busy and off. Like you said, we did 1 week where we didn't do this podcast, and I've had a rough 2-3 weeks. And apparently, like Dave said, the community likes to harp on the three of us. Apparently, that's what they enjoy doing, and I'm just too busy to really give a fuck. So
Jealousy is a stinky cologne.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Every time I go to like an open mic or a show or something, everybody always first thing when they see me, hey, 6 nuts. Like they always mention it, like not in a bad way, like in a good way. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah,
Well,
actually,
good.
it's pretty
Keep
cool.
Good for us.
keep it positive.
Yes,
We-
sir.
Are
Will
better
we-
in
will we-
numbers.
will we ever get on to actual podcasts like Apple? Or
We need to get onto Spotify. Honestly,
Spotify,
we,
Yeah,
can
we
get on Spotify.
can. It wouldn't be hard to do. I know it's not hard to do, but
No.
just
We'll
gotta
figure it out. We'll
set
talk
up
about
an
it some other
account.
time.
Yeah, we can get on Apple and
Yeah,
we'll shoot right to number 1 in Uzbekistan.
that's it.
So anyway, with that said, that wraps up episode 20. With that said, we will see you all for episode 21. Thank you, Uzbekistan. We love you. And we will see you all next time.
See you, boys.
And new WWE champion, Paul Bourgon. Put your hands
The
together for Paul,
beautiful-
everybody.
When